Hello, and welcome to Shamrock Talk, the internet's #1 mother-son Celtics podcast. I'm your host, Jake Olin, here for the first time, not with my mother, with my brother, Brett Olin, returning to the podcast. First one without mom. This is our...
Excited to be here.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Apologies to the people out there. We try to do weekly. We missed the last 2 weeks. We had Thanksgiving. We were hosting. Mom was mostly hosting. And last week I was traveling. Now Mom's traveling, but we had to get one in. So here we are. We're recording this the afternoon of Friday, December 13th. Since our last episode, Celtics are 8-2, 10-5 overall, first in the Atlantic Division, second in the Eastern Conference, second in the NBA, and eliminated from the NBA Cup. Yeah, it's been a while, so we're not going to go through all the games. I have some topics here, some things that we'll go through, and we'll just kind of chat about what the Celtics have been up to lately. So first things first, NBA Cup, let's talk about it. Celtics are out. Do you have any interest?
Oh, yes, for
now
sure.
That the Celtics are out?
Yeah, I think the Bucks are going to probably take it.
Over the Thunder?
Over the Thunder, yes. I think the Rockets might beat the Thunder tonight. It's in Vegas, right?
Now it is.
So it's neutral. So I think, yeah.
Do they play tonight? Is tonight the semifinals?
Oh, no, tomorrow.
Are all the quarterfinals done?
Correct.
Were done last night, and now you have the final. Yeah, I honestly am just not.
One team I want to talk about is the Hawks, who just beat the Knicks.
Yeah.
Brunson looked terrible that game.
Yeah.
But Jalen Johnson was They get a good young.
Here's my player of the week in a couple weeks.
And I'm worried about six men now for Pritchard because DeAndre Hunter
is back.
He's played 15 games, but averaging 19 off the bench.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. It's 15
so
games.
So it depends how they do, but he's a good scorer.
Yeah. I just can't get that into it with the Celtics out. Maybe I'll watch. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, yeah, the whole point differential thing is so annoying. I don't know.
They should play every team twice.
Yeah,
in your group.
Correct.
And just make the regular season of the NBA Cup longer.
Yeah. Get the mic just a little closer. I just want to make sure. Yeah, you're good.
Might not be picking it up.
Yep, that's better. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so if they played everyone twice, but you still could run into the point differential now.
But if we played the Hawks again, I think we beat them. And if we
and
lose to them twice, you don't deserve. You deserve the point differential. More games, the less error.
Fair enough. It's just twice in a row. Last time we made it through, and this time we didn't. But the
biggest issue is the courts.
Yes.
Have the logo and have the regular wood. Agreed. It's ridiculous. What are they doing?
It's insane. Yeah. Some of them are really bad.
I haven't seen a good one.
You went to the game with Mom in person. Is it just as bad in person?
It's better in person.
It is?
It's better in person, I would say. Yeah. Yes. It's like a little weird, like what the players on the court. It's a little, but it's definitely better in person, I would say.
Interesting. So. I don't know. Either way. Have anyone made the argument for the courts?
Oh,
I don't get, nobody likes them.
No
That's
way.
the weird part. And they went 2 years in a row now. So Celtics not going to win the NBA Cup once again. It's just too short, and it's too early in the year, I think.
What was the last game you guys talked about here?
So the last one we did was the Cavs. The Cavs win.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 10 games that we haven't done. Yeah, that's why we're not going through game by game this week, because it's weekly.
One of the ones, the Timberwolves game was really good.
Yeah,
Timberwolves. The 107-105 game. That was a close one.
I went to the Clippers. And I was there last night, Pistons. So I went to 2 big blowouts. Yeah. Anytime I've been to 3 games this year.
What was the first one?
Banner night.
Oh yeah.
Clipper.
That one was
all 3 crushed.
Yeah.
And then the Clippers, they were on pace to beat the 3-point record too. I'm like, anytime Claudia and I go to the game, it's like they just shoot the lights out.
Yeah, I went to the last Pistons one, and that was a weird one too. So it was good to blow them out finally because they keep close. But, yeah, the Cavs loss without JB and Derek White was a tough one.
Yeah.
In Cleveland. It was, Tatum, of course, in the clutch again. It's disappointing.
It's one of those psycho games, though, where, the team, where the Cavs are probably hyped to get back at us after we beat them, and they're at home, and then you pull your best players out, and it's that psych out game where you just act like it doesn't matter at all, and
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell went
Dropped
off
that
again,
game.
35.
Yeah. He's so good.
6 for 11 from 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always plays
He's like
well
the he's like the anti-Tatum in the clutch. Like
Well,
anytime
yeah.
you need a bucket, he's terrifying.
I'm a big Garland hater, but he actually had a pretty good game.
Yeah, he was
6 from
horrible in
3.
the
The
first
first
game,
one, oh
yeah.
my goodness. Could not be worse, but yeah, pretty much those two are the only ones who did well that game. Yeah, I just saw the stat on my phone that Pritchard has more threes than obviously they played
Steph
last
Curry.
game. Steph Curry,
Yeah. Like most players, he's like
Luka.
top 3 in
I
the
think
league
yeah,
or
I think the only
something.
ones ahead of him are Butler and Hero.
Maybe Tatum, right? I
Hero.
think Tatum might be ahead too.
I don't think so. Not after he had 7 threes last game, and
Well, yeah,
Tatum didn't play,
that's
so
true.
he's played
Yeah,
2 less.
Yeah, so he must have.
And they actually, I just checked that stat. They each averaged 3.8 made, so he's about 6-7 behind him.
All right. Well, I did have this topic, Pritchard.
Okay.
So let's get into it. 27 and 10 last night. I didn't even think he played well. Like he missed some shots. It's gotten to the point now. I actually don't think people are making a big enough deal about how good he's been this year. Like it's like completely
I
changed.
totally agree. But the one thing I was concerned about, I can't remember what game were we missing the most. I think it was Cleveland, and he came on in the fourth quarter. But when he gets more attention,
Of course.
he seems to struggle more with the height.
Sure. But here's the thing: you can't give him more attention. We have a million other
Exactly.
guys. So
Yes.
the fact-
For the role, yes,
Yeah.
agreed. But the argument that he would be, I mean, what Scal said was insane. Obviously, he
What?
said 27 and 8 on another team he'd average. Like
nah.
that's ridiculous. Maybe 20 a game, but I think he's perfect for the role. Obviously, and his shooting has to slow down. You would assume.
Well, this is my question. He's 16 and a half points a game right now, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a little over both those. 48.8% shooting. He's like 40-something from 3, 45 almost.
Yeah.
It's insane. And so on DraftKings, as of this morning, he's minus 400 for Sixth Man of the Year.
Who's second?
I think it was Hunter.
Okay,
DeAndre
okay.
Hunter.
See, I would watch out for that.
Well, that was my question. Would you take Pritchard or would you take the field?
If even odds, Pritchard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But minus 400, I
Sure,
don't think
sure,
that's
sure.
probably. There's a
Not
lot of
betting well.
time left.
Yeah, but that's crazy. That minus 400 is crazy.
But like I said, it's especially 6-man and even MVP. I mean, I think with the Heisman here, a lot of it is media. So it's been drilled into everyone's brain that he's the 6-man. He's the 6-man. A lot of these other
Has it, though?
guys,
I don't know. Is national media talking Pritchard as much as like?
more than DeAndre Hunter,
Sure, that's fair.
right? More
Yeah,
than any of these
yeah.
other guys, and it just the record will, no matter what. So I think yes, I think he will win it if he doesn't get hurt, barring injury, of course.
He's never hurt. He's like an Iron Man too. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, has he ever missed an NBA game? I'm being serious. I don't like.
Yeah, no, I don't think
ever.
so.
It's crazy. Yeah. So does he stay above like 50 in a game? He's at 16 and a half now.
Yeah, I mean, I could see more if depending on injuries.
Yeah, if other guys go out.
So yeah, he'll average. I mean, what is his
27
averages
last night.
when one of the Drew?
That's what I
It's
mean.
probably 20 a game,
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
18 a game.
yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's unbelievable.
What was the game? Was it? Which game did they put him in? Was it the Grizzlies where he played crunch time instead of Drew? Drew really struggled. I think it was the Grizzlies.
This is another thing. I was looking at the Grizzlies game. Drew shot 26 times.
Yes. This is the game. Yeah.
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
heck is
so
that?
they played Pritchard down the stretch instead of Drew because he just couldn't.
Yeah, I missed that one.
I mean, they must have just left him out. I mean, yeah, that's way too many times. But
could I get into my player of the week?
if you'd like, yeah.
Just if we're talking Grizzlies.
Yeah,
game.
yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go Jaren Jackson. Just because, I mean, what was it, the first Cavs game and the Cup game, Mobley had 26, 27. It seems like that kind of power forward is giving us trouble, and I'm hoping Porzingis can negate that. But Porzingis did play a tough game. So I'm going to go with Jaren Jackson, barring the obvious Ja Morant, who had 32, 9, and 9.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been a jaw guy. I've never been a Grizzlies guy in general. I don't get why they're always good.
Looking at this, Desmond Bain plus 17
Yeah.
in that game. And I mean, all the rest of the starters are around plus 5, minus 5.
Yeah.
So obviously he made an
I
impact.
don't know. That game, like, they played insanely well. They shot 45% from 3. And the Celtics were back to back. They played the Bucks the night before and got mauled by Giannis for an hour. And so,
Well, yeah. How about this? 18 for 60 from 3. We were this game.
Yeah.
63. I think when
Drew
they're not
shot 17 himself. He went 4 for 17.
Yeah, I mean, they had to be leaving him.
But that's what I mean. They played Pritchard at the end of the game
because he was 6
instead
for
of Drew.
11.
Yeah, he was absurd.
Well,
He had
and
22
Tatum,
points.
it's every fourth game is 1 for 10 from 3.
Yeah.
His 3-point percentage has got to be, what is it?
Let's check.
35,
It's
33.
better than last year, though. No, let's see. He's at it's actually worse than last year. 36.4%. Yeah.
They see that. I mean,
Last year was up
the
from the last 2
volume has
years.
gone up.
Of course.
But yeah, that is. I mean, yeah, it's not even too concerning for me. What Jaylen Brown's is even worse, I think.
This year, yeah.
Yeah.
He's let's see. Let's see. Jaylen Brown is at game log stats. Jaylen Brown is 34. It is worse.
Yeah, he's
Worse
been,
every year, actually. I
Yeah,
mean,
both of them pretty much. Yeah, it's like Tatum had the up year,
yeah.
but Derek White had 20 last game. But that was the first game he had 20 in how long? Probably 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
He seems to be less aggressive, which I don't see why that's happening. He seems to be taking less shots and being more of a
He's
facilitator.
very kind of streaky though.
Yeah.
He'll I don't know. I don't worry about him. I don't really worry about any of the guys, but that, I mean, that's what this has been the attack on the Celtics for years, is the 3-point volume, and hasn't deterred us yet. So I don't know. Again, doesn't worry me.
I was sad that Hauser was at last game because the Bucks game, he was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, he was really good.
And it wasn't just the volume; it was the time he hit him.
Yeah.
It was the other guy. Who's the other white guy that is only shoots threes?
Like the Hauser
AJ
clone.
Green.
Yeah, AJ Green. Is it Green? Yeah.
Yep.
He's like a Hauser clone, basically.
Well, his stats insane. His is like 80. His is higher than Hauser's percentage. It's like 80-something% of his shots are threes.
Yeah.
He doesn't shoot
just
twos.
doesn't do
Because
anything.
Hauser has that mid-range on the baseline,
Yeah.
a couple. But his is insane because he hit a couple of them, and then Gary Trent hit a couple, and then Hauser responded with a 3, which I thought was... He kind of didn't start as well as I had hoped. He was 16 points, 4 for 8 that game. The Bucks game. Kind of jumping all over the place here.
No, hold on. I'm checking something. Yeah. Guess who has the top net rating in the NBA?
Jakob Podol.
No,
I don't
it is Sam Hauser.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess who's number 2?
Pritchard.
Guess who's 3?
Tatum.
Derek White.
Oh, my
Guess who's 4?
Kristaps.
Luke Cornett.
Okay.
What is going on here?
This is
Yeah,
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Well, Luke Cornett again was awesome last night. Luke Cornett.
So
is
what goes into net
underrated.
rating? Is it
It's the-
individual performance
It's the
or
combination
team?
of offensive rating and defensive rating.
For your individual?
Yes.
Get outta here.
I swear, I'm not. Why,
Get out of here.
Hauser is 8th in offensive rating and 8th in defensive rating.
How does that make any sense when we're 5th in total
As
net
a team?
rating? Oh wait, never mind. All time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then I mean we're all over this list. Jokic is 5.
Wait,
after
never
the
mind. We're
4
second. Yeah, to the Thunder.
in net rating
Correct.
as a team. I don't know. Team net rating is different though than individual.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
yeah,
I don't,
that's ridiculous.
I don't get
yeah.
exactly how it works out.
And what is Cornette average per game? That's sample size, obviously.
Yeah, not a lot. He's at 4 points a game. I don't know. He's so underrated to me. There's matchups you can't play him if they have a super athletic big man, but like
Honorable mention for the player of the week is first half Damian Lillard. If he kept that up, he would have been player of the week.
Yeah.
And that's what that was the best game we've had all season.
think?
Intensity wise,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
in
for
terms
sure.
of like not playing. Of course, I mean our best games are when we hit our threes and we blow them out by 30.
Correct.
But in terms of we found a way to win against a really good team.
Yeah.
And Giannis has been incredible. And that's what concerns me is you saw Dame in the first half. He can light it up. So they're going to be a team that could take us to a longer series that I think I'm most concerned about in the East. The Bucks.
I 100% agree with you. You're stealing all my topics here because I have. I had that one. I had who would you rather play, Cleveland or Milwaukee at this point?
Oh, 100%. Cleveland. Cleveland's 5-4 in their last 9.
Yeah,
after going
come
15-0.
down to earth, agreed.
Well, yeah, Garland's terrible.
And again, this could be recency bias now that the Bucks are streaking and the Cavs have come down. But I agree, the Bucks just having Giannis.
But we thought before the season, the Bucks, it's just kind of just having the best player in the East.
Yes.
There's someone who can light it up.
Correct.
So it's just
their
peak is higher than Cleveland's peak.
I would think so.
You would
yeah, I would think so. All right, well then, let's go to the other ones. Who would you rather play? But you'd have the Knicks below both of them?
No.
Knicks
above Cleveland.
Knicks above Cleveland.
Yes. Hesitantly.
Yeah.
I think they get on a roll, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not even, because I'm way more afraid of Brunson. I mean, what's his name? Cavs guy. Donovan Mitchell than Brunson and Cat combined. I mean, I'm watching Cat in this NBA Cup game. He is so soft.
Yes.
And Brunson can light it up, but we have the guards to match up with him.
Yeah.
So
neither of those guys scare me.
But the Knicks are a better team. I think the Knicks could beat the Cavs. And so in terms of matchup for us, probably Cavs
like
ahead of them.
Rocks, paper, scissors thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think McCall's their team's deeper. McBride shoots the three at the top of the arena and it goes in every time. His arc is insane.
You're saying the
McBride
Knicks are deeper?
I think so.
I don't know about that.
No?
No. Who do they have McBride and nobody else? He's their only bench guy.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's good. He was my player of the week a while ago, I think after the opening night.
Let me check this out.
Well, let's see.
Well, you know who's deeper than anyone is the Hawks.
I agree.
You can't tell the difference between the bench players and the starters.
No, yeah.
So, but that's the problem for them is they don't have the star power. And Ricochet is athletic, and I think he could be good, but he was really bad in that cup game.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, the Cavs have Karis LeVert, Niang, Ty Jerome, who's actually really good. Okoro hasn't even really played. Max Strus hasn't played in a while.
You're totally right.
Yeah, they're definitely deeper.
Yeah, I meant just, I don't know. Anunoby hasn't had, I don't know. They got it. The better starting five for sure. You're right.
Yes, but just in depth, I think I would give it to the Cavs. I don't know.
Not a Cameron Payne guy?
No, actually not. I'm actually not.
Yeah,
at
he's
all
terrible.
I mean,
either.
Yeah. No, if you have Cameron Payne off the bench.
Yeah, so that's a tough question. Cavs and Knicks, I would say equal.
Yeah.
And then Bucks, I'm most afraid of.
And then the Magic.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
They're too young though. First season, they're gonna get.
But it's not. It's kind of their second season. They were good last year.
But and the injuries obviously. Didn't Franz Wagner get the same injury as?
Yeah, the oblique.
Oh my, that's weird.
Insane.
Never seen that one
No.
too. That was weird.
It is very bizarre.
But I think Franz might be better than Paulo.
he is really good.
I watched him against the Lakers, and he hit 3 D3s down the stretch to beat them. So but I just think when they're together though, they're not as fluid.
Yeah, they don't have
But they could be. I think people said the same as JB and JT. So maybe
when you have two good players, sometimes it doesn't matter.
But I feel like the Magic were better when Paulo went out. They had a better record than that Franz stint for sure. They were they shot up once Paulo got hurt, they shot up. I'm almost positive.
Yeah. I mean, they were good before too.
Good, but I think they were even better.
Yeah, maybe. It's possible.
When Franz,
they're 7-3 in their last 10.
And
all without.
The Cup game I didn't watch, but I look at the stats. Suggs just turned into a great player. He had 32, obviously without them.
And he's a defensive animal.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's like an energy guy, yeah.
No, they have some good players. They're going to be fun. But, I mean, come on. Against us, even with both the guys,
they always play us hard. I mean, again, playoff series, I wouldn't, freak out, but They do always play us hard. They seem to play us harder than. I mean, we crushed the Knicks the first time.
I think it's important for us to win the conference, which I think we will, record-wise.
Yeah, we're 1 game back now.
Correct.
I mean,
and no one's even close.
Important though. We're actually worse at home in the playoffs somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think so. I still like it.
I don't know. Of course, it's nice, but I don't know. I'm not sure it's a big a deal, especially if it's like a Cavs that's ahead of us. Milwaukee's still barely the 6th seed. They're 6.5 back from us. That's the only team that would scare me being on the road with.
Yes. Yep.
Otherwise, and they're still, as I said, 6.5 back from us, 7.5
But
from
that's what I was saying. I think the 2-3, if it's, I guess, Cavs, Milwaukee, I think you're less likely to have them beat each other up if you're the 1 seed. I think the 2-3 will be, I guess, either the Knicks.
Right now, it'd be us Magic.
Yeah. 1-4, you're saying? Or 1-8?
No, we're 2-3. If the playoffs started today.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, you're right.
2-3 is us Magic.
Okay.
Except the Magic again, it's going to be so hard because
But we can
a
beat
lot
all
of these
of-
teams
we
are
can
so
beat all of
even.
them.
Yeah,
Who
that's what I mean. It's not going to be, and it's not going to be like the best team's automatically going to get the 2 or the 3 seeds. It's just so random this year. And Philly, done? Are they just done?
No, I wouldn't say done,
Would
but
they scare you more than any of these teams?
fully healthy, no.
Even fully healthy?
No. They could be behind the Bucks. I think Embiid is. I mean, yeah, you're right though. I mean, but I just don't think they have time to gel.
Agreed. I agree. I mean,
I don't think they have time to gel. But yeah, you're right. Talent-wise, those 3 are the best. But
and now McCain's really good.
yeah. But that's another type of player that just like him, Maxey, Paul George.
Yeah.
And even Embiid,
work.
like they're not. This was what's so good about the Celtics is with a Derek White, you need filler players.
Correct.
They don't have filler players. The Sixers don't. They have just all-star power. It's like the Suns.
Correct.
What are we doing
Although
here?
I
mean,
the Suns were going to be better too this year.
well, they started off really good, but Devin
now
Booker's
KD's
having
hurt.
a career low year.
Yeah, oh,
I mean,
really?
he's been terrible. And the KD's the best player. I mean, Beal's
out.
just
Yeah,
a
they're like-
dumpster fire.
I know that trade is just killing them.
Brutal. What about the Jimmy Butler rumors? Is that on your list?
Yeah, did you see his agent?
What did he got all pissed at Shams or something?
Threatened Shams on Twitter. I was like, what?
No, I just saw Shams responding, and he was like, "I stand by my reporting." Like, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. These rumors happen all the time, and 100% they talked about it. If Shams wouldn't say,
well, Shams came back and said, like, I 1,000% stand by my reporting.
yeah,
Like,
100%.
but I think I'll find the tweets because they are pretty
But
funny.
the Heat seem to be ramping up. They just smoked the Cavs. I mean,
Yeah,
talk about teams I'm afraid of. Still the Heat.
Yeah, I know.
Still the Heat.
It is
always the
terrifying.
Heat. No matter who they have.
Let's see if I can find these tweets. All right, Bernard Lee. It was basically 3 tweets. He says, "All right, listen. I gave you a pass yesterday because I was busy, but if you don't stop putting my name on your complete and utter made-up BS because you aren't normally worth my time to acknowledge," continued. Here's where it gets good. "I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm a middle-aged dad, and but just know I would like to indicate severe dislike. World, ... This is all fabricated. I have never, and honestly, it wouldn't help me or the position I represent do anything that's been reported by the said journalist," in quotes. "Shams, this is your opportunity to say my bad. I let ChatGPT write my tweets, and I went old school Peter Vesey." And then in parentheses, Shams, Peter was a writer in the 90s. "Be a trendsetter. Invent the new I was hacked. Carry on all. Thank you."
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Didn't Jimmy say he was open to be traded?
It's been reported he's been disgruntled for a long time.
I
He wants a new contract.
I thought he said it wouldn't bother him if he got traded or something along those lines. So it's just
probably.
like
I mean, Shams is almost never wrong. I tend to trust Shams.
Agreed.
And this agent who had a fit online, that I just heard out who he is, I don't seem to trust him.
But one interesting one was and now it says Rockets unlikely to pursue trade for Jimmy Butler, but that would be a fun one. they got a really good young core. I watched them. The Warriors should have beat them. The refs screwed that game up in the quarterfinal NBA Cup. I thought the Warriors, they scare me too if they make it out. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Matchup, they always beat us.
They always beat us, but
they're similar to the Heat, where it's just like, I mean, I'm watching down the stretch and they really limit Draymond and Steph's minutes smartly, and they're not playing from minute 7 to the fourth quarter to minute 4. And Lindy Waters scores seven straight points. I'm like, what is going on?
They do have just
always someone's Buddy Yields would go off. Like Kuminga's weird too. He's getting 30 and then 4 and playing 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So that's a weird team.
So I was listening to a podcast. They're saying the problem with the Jimmy Butler thing is his salary is too high, and it's I think maybe the last year of his deal.
So it's the highest of the
And he wants a new deal. And so they're like, we're going to trade all these assets because you need to match the money for a guy who's older, wants a new big max contract. It's on the last year of his deal anyway. Why would we trade any
why not wait and get him next year?
Correct.
Yeah.
And also
that's probably what's happening.
But you also have the money to match. So it's not like if the Heat said, we're willing to give him away now for cheap. You can't even get him for cheap because the money.
The one interesting one is Beal, right? Obviously, the Heat.
Why would the Heat ever do that?
You give them picks.
They have no picks. They traded all their picks for Beal. They have literally zero picks. Yeah, okay, they can't even do that.
But that's the one you would think the money could match, and if the Heat wanted to give up.
That. Why would the Heat ever do that?
No, agreed.
They're kind of stuck with Beal for a long time.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah, that's a disaster.
That is brutal.
So yeah, I mean, no, the rumors are interesting, but I think he'll end up staying in Miami. But I don't know. It's weird because it's not the first time we've seen a Jimmy Butler team implode because he's not happy and team chemistry gets terrible. He's all pissy around and
agreed. But Bam is having a terrible season too. It's not even on Jimmy, I don't think. Bam is supposed to be kind of.
Well, that's what I mean.
What's his stats? I mean, that's why. But the Heat actually have won a couple games. Tyler Hero's been amazing.
They've been trying to trade him for 4 years now, and nobody wants him.
Oh, why would they? That's stupid.
It's a big contract.
They're just trading everyone. But
they kind of want to blow
someone.
it up.
Yeah. Why though? I don't know. It's like
it's not. I don't know.
The last season was their only bad season. I don't know.
I just think they see the writing. I mean, how old's Jimmy Butler now?
34.
34.
Bam's 27.
Yeah, he's 35.
Yeah.
But you're going to sign him to another max deal?
Oh, no. But I'm saying you want to keep Hero and Bam.
Do you? That's your team? That's not a team. We always beat them unless they have Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's the guy that killed us. And, those guys.
But Bam just signed a massive deal, too. Massive. Super max.
I mean.
So, like you said, they can't ship him off, so. It's tough to rebuild when
he could. He's actually has some value.
Yeah.
That's the difference. He's young, and another team would take him and actually trade you real assets in return. But no, they want to keep Bam, I think. I think everyone else is expendable. I think that's the thing. They want to get a guy to pair with Bam, and they don't think Hero's the guy, and Butler's just getting too old and at the end of his deal. But it'll be interesting.
So, yeah, Thunder seem to be the clear favorites in the West.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
the Rockets Ime Udoka might be the best coach in the league.
Yeah, would you rather have Ime or Joe?
Ime. 100%. And not even, I don't think it would matter that much. The biggest thing for Ime is it seems like Joe Mazzulla obviously was kind of handpicked by the team, and he's a little too buddy-buddy.
With
Tatum and Brown, Ime seemed to have, he kind of got hired without the weird process of we need a coach now.
Yeah. Well, they weren't good when Ime hired him. That's the thing.
And he turned that around.
Correct.
And one of the biggest problems now is we don't play defense.
Yeah.
And we had that year when we were 27-27, and we went all the way up the year we made it to the finals.
Yeah, that's when we started the podcast.
Yes.
They were literally, I think, yeah.
But Ime turned that around with the defense and kind of the culture there.
Correct.
And I feel like we missed that. And I think in the playoffs, our defense ramps up, and we'll be fine. Correct. I think we're going to win the finals. I don't think it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
But if I were to choose, and I don't think we'd be worse with Ime. That's for sure.
Yeah, Yeah, I agree.
But I think they both bring two different philosophies.
Yeah. The three, just chucking up three thing is obviously different.
But it kind of works.
That's what I mean. Well, that's Missoula, though. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it works until it doesn't, right?
Correct.
I mean, everyone was calling for Missoula's firing after we lost in 7 with the Heat.
Yeah.
I was.
No one's had a bigger turnaround than him, though. I thought
everyone loves him.
What?
Everyone loves him now because we win. The coach gets all the credit when you win.
Yeah, correct. But his coaching has gotten vastly better since when he started.
Totally agree.
Like the weird not calling timeouts ever thing. He doesn't do that anymore. He does a little, but not nearly to the extent. He is completely. My opinion of him has completely shifted because I was with you. I was like, he looks out of his depth. I was saying we should have traded for Popovich.
As long as you don't have Doc Rivers, we're good.
That was before they got Wemby.
But what was I going to say? We're talking about Ime. It just seems like Joe Mazzulla inflates Tatum's ego, where Ime would bring it down.
Agreed.
I mean, even after the interview, Tatum he's like 6 for 20. He's like, Joe Mazzulla tells me to dominate in other ways. What are you talking about? You had an off game.
Yeah.
He's like, come on. You got to be a little realistic when you have an off game, and I feel like Mazzulla doesn't.
Agreed. I mean, yeah, to some extent. You know, I've said this on the pod before, but did you know when the Olympic thing happened, Missoula flew out to France?
Yeah, that's awesome too. But I think it's a double-edged sword. It's where you get the softer defense, but I mean, you don't want an unhappy superstar.
Correct.
And we don't. Ime's not worth the clashing of heads.
Yes. Agreed.
So the coaching doesn't matter that much. So that's where I'm like, I lean towards Missoula.
Agreed.
So yeah, I'm happy with it. But I would say in terms of basketball coach, Ime's a better coach. Swapping, I think, you know what I'm saying, you put Missoula on the Rockets, they're not 17-8.
I would agree, yeah.
So it's by situation.
Yeah,
I think he's good in our situation.
Ime's a good culture changer, but once you kind of have that set.
But did you see their defense, the Rockets' defense? That game was incredible.
Yeah.
And they have fast guys, but it was incredible.
It is interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they do come playoff time.
Defensively, the Celtics.
No.
Oh.
The Rockets.
Oh, yes. They don't have the star power.
Correct. This is the thing. They just don't have the guy. They need the guy.
Totally agree. I mean, yeah, Fred VanVleet's not going to carry him.
No.
Jalen Green looked awful that game. I know he's like a 30-point game, 10-point game.
Yeah,
he's really
streaky.
Yeah.
He's like a young Jaylen Brown almost.
And then who's the other guy? Sengun.
I love Sengun.
Bad Jokic, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or worse Jokic. No, he's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, how about that run Jokic had those 2 games?
Yeah, he scored
110 points, 30 rebounds, 16 assists. Incredible.
Yeah, he's insane.
But their team's Jamal's hurt, right?
They're screwed. He just doesn't look the same. I think he's just
confidence is showing.
No. I think it's just injuries. Like he's just kind of.
And they're stuck with that MPJ contract.
Yeah,
that's a tough.
They're kind of in trouble now.
But with Jokic, you never know. He could go 7 with the Thunder.
Oh yeah.
They could win.
He makes Russell Westbrook look like a real player again. It's absurd.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can't count out the Mavericks.
No, same.
That's best player in the West.
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah. Second best player. Best guard. You're right. But then Kyrie, they have a better too. So it's kind of trade off.
Well, now I don't know. People online have been talking up this SGA versus Luka thing now, which is a little ridiculous to me.
Oh, SGA's
better. Yeah.
Lucas just had a slow start.
Yeah.
I mean, the unsung hero is Jalen Williams. Shooting, isn't that his name?
Yeah.
He's insane. He's shooting 51% from the field, 21, 8 rebounds, good defender.
He's a tank.
And they have a really good team.
That's what I mean. That's
that's not
stacked top to bottom. It's more of a Celtics situation where it's like they're so good that one.
But how about the Grizzlies are 9-1 in their last 10?
Yeah.
So was it a fluke? I mean,
no, the Grizzlies are good. I just don't get it.
What was it? 2 seasons ago, they're the 2nd seed, and then fell off. John had his issues, and so it's like
and just injuries. They're all.
The West playoffs is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
So is the East.
How about if my boy Kawhi comes back? Please, because the Clippers will be good.
Sneaky.
Norman Powell, 24 points a game. I mean, they're 14-11 in the West without their best player and maybe a top 5 player, at least in the West when he's healthy.
And Harden's really good again. Harden was like, I went to the Clippers game. He's like fun to watch now.
Oh, he's awesome. He was always fun to watch.
No,
Houston days, he was the most fun to watch.
No,
that was the OG Celtics. I mean, double the offense. Mike D'Antoni. They traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington to play center. That was insane.
That was insane. They had no big men at all.
That was insane. PJ Tucker was their 5.
Yes.
That was an insane
But
team.
they ran way too much Harden isolation. It was ridiculous.
But they have a championship if they don't have the best team of all time in their way.
And Chris Paul hurts it. Like, if Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, they might win anyway.
They were the only team that could challenge that team.
Yeah, they were really good.
They were a really good team.
I agree.
And Harden got snubbed of that. He's 2-time MVP. He should have. 35 points a game that season.
No, the Harden Renaissance is awesome. I'm here for it.
He's great.
Yeah. Looked like he was going to be, like, out of the league.
But in Zubac's a solid center, too. Like, it's crazy that back in the day, the Lakers just said, we don't want him.
Yeah.
Gave him to the Clippers.
Yeah.
And he's a solid center.
Yeah.
He would be perfect for the Celtics for a backup. I mean, he's a starting, but he's a great player.
Yeah. Well, the Celtics cut Mo Wagner.
That's
crazy.
I mean, that happens, right?
He's 12 a game on 55% shooting for the Magic. I mean,
where would we put him, though? Now, we have no
just
room for
trade him.
players.
No, it was a long time ago. I'm just saying.
We have no room for players. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want anyone.
No, it is kind of crazy.
Anyone.
The chemistry is too good.
Unless you gave us a star big man.
It's like they asked Tatum during the Olympics, do you think the Olympic team could beat the Celtics? It's like, I don't know. The chemistry's too good.
Agreed. You give this.
Of course. If you
the
give them time
games.
to. Like,
Correct.
But obviously. But if they had
and
to
I would
just,
say in a 7-game series, probably not, but one game, easy.
if you had to just suit up and play at no practice time, the Celtics would
Agreed.
wipe the floor with the rest of those guys. They just don't have the practice. Yeah.
Well, that was the whole thing about, I mean, Tatum. That did not upset me one bit.
What?
The Tatum Olympic thing.
No, if anything, it's like motivating. It's
And
great.
he did not play well when he was playing.
Yeah.
And the fit was bad. And what are you going to not play KD?
Well,
Who are you not going to play? Because you say you play Derek White and Drew, it's totally different positions.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, no, the dream scenario there would have been
they lost.
no.
That guy went
They go, Tatum, you're gonna have to play off the ball. And he learns to play off the ball.
Yeah.
And he becomes a really good like dunker spot.
But talk about how fun the Celtics are without him.
That's what I mean. Well, if he could just learn to if he had learned to how to not play with Mbiso Ball Donovan during the Olympics, that would have been amazing.
Well, you look at Jaylen Brown. What did he have?
Because that's what
10 points
Devin Booker did. Devin Booker fit in that role just way better. He was able to just be kind of
But
a role
Devin
player.
Booker's also a way better catch. But this is my point: is Tatum's just not a knock-ball guy. No matter even if he tried,
He should be.
he can't catch and shoot as well as Book though, or as well as
but why not?
As well,
This
as,
is come
I hope
on.
so. Yeah.
It's like, why do you mean you
His
can't
catch and shoot is not good. It's
Yeah.
not good.
But he's huge. This is the part that he's giant. Look at Tatum out there. He's giant.
Yeah.
He's just as big as a Bam Adebayo. Why can't he play dunker spot rebound guy?
Agreed.
I don't know. But
Yeah, I mean his rebounding is credible.
That's what I
Mostly
mean.
defensive because he doesn't crash the offensive.
yeah, that's what I mean. Just
But,
play the dunker spot.
Well, every time, I mean his inside the paint percentage. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be good. His finishing is really good.
I don't know.
You don't think his finishing is good around the rim?
I think it could be better.
Really?
Yeah, he's
I
a
think
little
it's really-
soft in there sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's really.
He gets fouled a lot, which is good, but I don't know.
But the Celtics are now 8-1 without him, and he's choosing to play.
He always misses the games against the terrible
And
teams.
8-1, I think, was the past 2 seasons. That make no sense.
He's missed 9 games this year.
You're right,
He's
you're
missed
right.
maybe 2.
I think that's the past 2 seasons.
Yeah,
which is insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
Who's the front runner for MVP? Jokic.
Yes, it is.
4-time is incredible.
Yeah, he's all time good. I mean, now that he's a championship too, I mean, he's gonna climb the record books for sure. Yeah, he's insane. I don't know how he keeps doing it.
On MGM, Pritchard's minus 600 for 6 man of the year.
Wow. Yeah.
Hunter is the second. Eamon Thompson of Houston. Yeah, but that's
Is
the
he good?
thing.
I don't know.
He can't shoot, but very athletic. Yeah.
I watched. I have to say, Mom and I have been in on the Pistons for 3 years now.
Yeah.
I'm out. Oh, last night was terrible. They stink. I'm out on their core. I'm out on Cunningham. I'm just out
This
on
is
this
what
whole
this is their
project.
ceiling right now. They're 10 and
What?
15. 2016, that's their ceiling right there.
This is what I just thought that they had a young core that could be something.
Ivy sucks.
He's okay.
Not against the Celtics.
Yeah, he was bad.
Can't really shoot. All 3 games I've watched him. I haven't watched some other
We're
games.
missing Duran last night, who I still like. He could be a tank of a center. But
Cunningham got a max, right? As he should.
Yeah,
he's fine.
Good. He's
but
good.
yeah,
he's just not a number 1 guy in a
my
serious
problem
team.
with the NBA now is the skill gap is insane. I mean, not really, but the bottom 5 is really bad. Really bad.
No, who?
Raptors,
Yeah.
Wizards.
Yes, Wizards are just horrendous.
They didn't win in November. Hornets.
Hornets are better than
Agreed.
I thought.
You're right.
They're
You're right.
okay.
But how about this? No, how about this? Raptors, Wizards, not of the East, whole league.
Yeah.
Blazers, Jazz, Pelicans, who are 5-21.
Sure, but the Pelicans are just hurt. Everyone, they just, I mean, and they might always be hurt, and you could say,
Come
that
on.
that's
embarrassing.
But that's just a team that could be okay and just it falls apart every year. The other ones I'll give you, they have just no guys.
How about the Spurs, 12-12? The West is pretty that's crazy. All these teams are
Yeah.
1 through 12. Or 11, I would say. I'm not going to count the Spurs. But I think the Kings are good.
Yeah.
Like-
They were good, and they just added DeRozan.
Which I don't think makes them that much better.
I don't know.
It's tough.
No, I think it's a good fit.
Fox has gotten, I don't know.
He's just like a closer. He's the guy he's the bucket getter. I don't know. It's tough that he can't shoot threes, but DeRozan's really good.
You know, Keegan Murray has a twin in the league,
Does he?
but he's terrible. What else? Wemby's minus 200 to win Defensive Player of the Year. Much to Mom's liking. What is the? What she's
Not a Wemby guy.
Oh no, I love Wemby.
No, yeah. I just don't watch the Spurs ever, so I can't even.
Yeah, I like the point guard. Castle's good.
I haven't seen them. I have not seen them at all.
Anything else you want to bring up?
Let's go into. I checked the Celtics.
We haven't talked much about the Celtics.
That's fine. I mean,
All
it gets
NBA.
hard mid-season when they're
same old.
Celtics are still really
These past
good.
games though, have been,
They've been
fun for
fun.
me.
Yeah,
The Grizzlies in the Bucks finally made it.
Well, I'm glad you say that because coming up might not be.
Oh geez, Wizards next.
Wizards at home next. That's tonight. And then, oh no, never mind. This is no
Sunday.
No, yeah. I had the wrong. This is the Cavaliers schedule.
Chicago,
Back
Chicago,
to back, yeah, and then it gets a little
Orlando,
yeah.
Philly, Indiana, Toronto.
Yeah. So
Key January 5th at Oklahoma City.
yeah, we got a little bit for that one.
$32 tickets.
The 76ers Christmas game is maybe a little more disappointing than people thought.
Yeah, maybe they get hot right before Christmas.
Yeah, I doubt it.
They were heavily favored against the Indiana tonight. Is someone hurt for Indiana?
No, they stink now, I think they. I mean, you could have seen this coming. Last year was a complete fluke.
Really?
Yes.
What's his name stinks now? Halliburton. He was so good last year.
He's apparently having back issues, and I think he's a little hurt. But yeah, I don't know what's up with them. But yeah, the Sixers Christmas game will be a little bit of a bummer if they don't start turning it around. Do you know that the Bucks didn't get a Christmas game this year?
No way.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And so now we have to play the stupid.
I'd much rather play that. That'd be
That's
a
what
fun
I mean. That'd
game.
be an awesome game. Or just put the game that we saw last week and put it.
I
put it on Christmas.
always love playing the Bucks.
Yeah, it's always like a
Great
brawl.
game, yeah.
It's a bruiser every time.
Yep.
But no, that's all I had.
Well, Horford still plays Giannis great.
Yeah,
Still.
and Embiid. He's like the best big man defender.
He's so slow sometimes watching him play against other teams. Like his rim protection is not as good. His man up.
It's
He's
the
got to be
post
on
up
them. Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that I don't know what it is. They can't score over him.
Yup.
He's so good at it. Agreed. It's gonna be tough losing him in the next couple of years as well.
Oh my God, yeah. Yep.
He's hard to replace.
And we don't have money.
Yes.
Any money.
Yeah.
Any money.
Yeah, we'll see. That's TBD. But I think that's it.
Sounds good.
As usual, you can find us everywhere. We're worldwide at Shamrock Talk Pod on Twitter, at Shamrock Talk on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple
TikTok?
Music, Google Pod. We're not on TikTok. I should get on TikTok.
It's the best for
Get
clips.
the youth. Yeah, we just do that. I do the reels, but I should just put those on TikTok
Do
too.
it.
There's no reason not to. I've been meaning to do that, but I'm not up with the youths. Gotta get it. But we'll get that. We'll get a TikTok going soon. But that's it. We'll be back. We're gonna get back to weekly. We'll have Brett on again. Mom will be back next week, and we're gonna get to weekly. We gotta get a third mic in here too, so we can do 3 people. Lots in store for the future. So, signing off. Any last words?
Go Celtics. That's all I gotta
Go
say.
Celtics.